I think somebody's made a mistake. Welcome to the strip out episode. This is day 5 of our HQ build out and all hell has broken loose. We started by trying to preserve some of the circuits and things like that, and as we've gone along we've just realised that it's going to be better to pretty much rip everything out and start from scratch. So we've been really busy here the last couple of days stripping out all sorts of stuff, but there's still a lot more to do, and we've brought in some reinforcements to help us. The part-timers have arrived.
Got my 8 and my 9 the wrong way.
You're on Irish time.
Yeah.
So this is Mike. You might know him from the Residual Current YouTube channel.
Yeah.
If you don't, definitely subscribe to it. This is a really great channel. But why is he here? Why are we bringing in other electricians to help us? Well, the reason is that we're flat out on all of our renewables projects right now, and I couldn't really pull all of our guys off to be here to do the work. Plus, these guys are absolute pros in commercial and industrial electrics, whereas we're more specialists in the domestic side of things. So we've pulled in some reinforcements from Mike and his team to help us get this project moving fast.
Let's go.
So following the EICR, we did find that there were a few dodgy things. In fact, if you haven't seen that video yet, it'll be up here on a card on screen. As we've gone deeper and deeper into this install, we've kind of realized that just altering things is going to be more complicated than just completely renewing things. So we're pretty much stripping out most of the circuits. These 2 distribution boards are going to go. We're running in a temporary supply so that we do have power for the site workers. And we're plunged into darkness right now because we've got all the circuits turned off basically to keep everything safe as we try and rip out all the cables.
So we're currently stripping out the existing trunking system, not because we want to, it's actually pretty good, so we're keeping as much as we can. But we found where these stills are, they obviously fitted all of the trunking and then didn't consider the bolts on the still. So what they've done is chewed it all out like this, just left it all unfiled, but then the trunking is no longer IP4X. We can't have that, unfortunately, because we're going to be signing this off to current regs, and yeah, that will not pass. But the rest of it is pretty good. We need to fill a few holes and stuff like that. We're going to use as much as we can, but yeah, this whole section had to go, and that's what we're stripping out at the minute.
I've got a feeling this is going to be one of those projects where plans change quite frequently. Maybe that's a reflection on my personality, because I am prone to last minute changes of mind, but I just want this to be spot on. And as we started opening everything up, new possibilities have appeared to me that seem to make more sense than the original plan. So for example, what we've decided to do is put a second distribution board over here, because right now the main distribution board is on the opposite side of the property. There's a ton of power that needs to get over here. And what we realized is that rather than running a ton of cables all the way across the building, individual circuit by individual circuit, it makes more sense to run a 100 amp 3-phase feed across from a switch fuse in there to a secondary 100 amp 3-phase distribution board, which we're going to put here. Then that means that we can quickly and easily run from there to the air conditioning units, to the floor boxes, and potentially this side of the building where we've got parking spaces on the outside. We want to future-proof things so that we can add EV chargers on the outside of there later if there's a possibility to be able to use those spaces. So it's all evolving as we go along, and it's kind of fun, but it's also a little bit stressful because we're having to grab materials last minute. But I think we're going to make big progress today. So part of the challenge of the strip out is making sure we've still got power to essential devices. So this is the roller shutter door controller, which is a 3-phase circuit. So we need to have temporary 3-phase power to be able to get the roller shutter doors open and closed. We've got the forklift charger as well, which we need to keep in action because the forklift's going to be used as part of the construction project to bring things in and out, lift things up, etc. So we've created this temp board. What we're doing is putting 2 radial circuits for 2 double sockets. So we've got plenty of power to run extension leads around for tools, chargers, all of that stuff. And then we've got a 3-phase 16 amp circuit, which is going to run that temporarily, and a 32 amp single phase circuit, which is going to run the forklift charger. That then should give us enough power for everything that we need throughout the project. Then once those old boards are out, we can start mounting the new boards and getting everything laid out properly for the final finish in that mains cupboard.
So this is our strut cutter. We don't use it all the time, but when we're doing a lot of unistrut, it just makes it really, simple and quick to cut everything. There's also no sparks, you don't need to file anything. And we can prefabricate off-site as well with it because it's quite handy. Your first measurement needs to be offset 100mm, but then after that, I've just marked 300, 300, 300. So I'm gonna line this up. There we go. Push this button and it's basically hydraulic and it's just like a guillotine. And what we're left with is all these cuts. I mean, that was only a couple of minutes. Obviously, if you're there with a grinder or a bandsaw even, it's going to take a lot longer than that. And all these edges are good to go. They don't need filing, nothing like that. They're all at 300, all the same. So yeah, it just makes real light and easy work of it.
Every so often I have to stop and sort of stand back and pinch myself because I can't quite believe that we're doing all of this stuff. And it makes me really grateful to YouTube, to be honest, and our YouTube audience, because all of this really is only possible because of the YouTube channel. The growth that we've had as a business, the amazing clients that we get because of YouTube. It just reminds me of what a powerful tool YouTube is to grow a trades business. I feel like it's a secret weapon that so many trades businesses just don't think about. They concentrate on a lot of the other socials, but they don't really think about a YouTube channel being such a great way to grow a business. So I've got an announcement for you. We are about to launch the second cohort of our YouTube for Trades Masterclass. It is an in-depth class all about how to start, run and grow a YouTube channel to help you grow your trades business. Whether you're an electrician, a carpenter, a plumber, any small business that is looking for high quality leads organically without spending a fortune on ads, YouTube can be a powerful tool and we're here to teach you how. So if you're interested in getting in on the waiting list for our second cohort of this masterclass, there'll be a link below where you can find out more.
Find where the joists are, mark, it might be 400s depending on, basically the biggest hatch we can get in between the joists. Might be better to do it in the middle so we can access both sides. You're gonna have to take that clock down unfortunately. We set this to 9:33. We were no longer late this morning. That's the way I see it.
We just invited you to this project to persuade you to become a loyalty ambassador at the end. We just invited you to convert you to the dark side.
Okay. Tempting, very tempting. The real red herring is I'm actually here to convert you to, I've been sent here to convert you. This is all just a ploy. That's it, yeah.
You've got like the app and you can see what tools are where. And every time these charge, they beam data up to the cloud from the tool, how long it's been used, how long, what the battery life is like and all of that stuff. It's crazy. We can look at all the data about how, like, which tools are not actually being used. Smart. All that kind of stuff.
It's just like, slightly wrong shade of red.
It's more, I would say it's a more like kind of high-end, like premium kind of red shade.
It sort of smells funny as well.
Yeah.
Is this biscuit crumbs or is this gospel dust? Alright, that one. Do you want some long nose? That's not long nose. That's not long nose. And that's not long nose. I actually haven't got any. Well, take your pick. Anything but long nose. What do you prefer? I'd probably go combos or maybe grips.
What is it for?
For grabbing the, pulling them out.
Go with the cutters.
What ones?
Just to be different.
It wouldn't be my first choice. Do you reckon we should get a fourth electrician in here? Maybe that would help.
Yeah.
Just get them out of the way.
Yeah.
Now the advantage of stripping everything out is that all of the wiring is, you know, safe, dead. There's nothing for us to worry about with doing the work. But the disadvantage is no lighting, for example, in the toilet. So we've come up with a cunning plan. As you know, we're a massive fan of Unilight work lights, and this is our temporary toilet light, and it's so bright, and the battery lasts for ages, so it's been fantastic to just have in here. Guys can turn it on when they come in and need to use the loo, and we've got temporary light, and we're actually going to be using quite a lot of Unilights around the place. If you'd like a cheeky discount on all of Unilight stuff, there'll be a link in the description below. We've got a special code for you guys, so you can get a 25% discount on Unilight gear. Strip out has got a bit out of hand. These guys have literally ripped out everything. Like, what's happened, Mike? Well, my wiring's gone.
Scrap. Scrap prices are good at the minute.
All that for 50 quid worth of scrap, mate. How much is it going to cost to rewire this place?
Blank canvas as well. We've just got a nice fresh start now to do it the proper way. So
that's it. Do it the proper way. So the reason we're stripping out these walls is to make room for a more of an open space in here, and for the tea and coffee point that's going in here, it's going to be like a little kitchenette where we're going to have a lovely coffee machine. And thank you so much for those of you who made recommendations in the first video in this series about which coffee machines to buy. I've got quite a selection of options to go through now, thanks to you guys, so I really appreciate it. So this is the meeting room / design suite area. I realized there was a fundamental flaw in the way that we designed this space, which is to do with the toilet here, because originally the plan was that people would have to come through the meeting room to get into the toilet, because that's the door to the toilet. We've got a toilet downstairs, but if that's occupied, it's going to create problems. So we're having to chop and change things around here a little bit as well. This door is going to get blocked up, and then what the current layout in here is we've got shower, toilet there, and sink here. We're actually going to move the toilet to here, and then we're going to put the sink here, and we're going to put the door in there. That way we can leave the shower. I was thinking about ripping the shower out, but I might start cycling to work, and it might actually be handy for anyone who wants to cycle to work to be able to have a quick shower before they start work. So we're going to leave that in. It's all kind of evolving as we go, and it's fun, but it's a little bit scary at the same time because costs can quickly get out of hand. So I'm trying to be very selective about any changes that we make to not make unnecessary additional costs, but at the same time, I want this to be spot on. And that's why I'm spending a lot of time here on the ground, just making sure that all the details are right. So the electrical strip out is complete, but we're only just getting started on this project. Make sure you like and subscribe to follow our journey. And why not watch one of these videos that pops up here, which is going to be another part of this series. But stay tuned because we're filming the entire project for you guys, stage by stage, so you can follow our journey.